Hey guys, RC here. So today we're gonna go ahead and again get ready with me, and I have been really wanting to use my Makeupgeek eyeshadow palettes, you guys, which is self-made. Back then she didn't have palettes, so I just bought the single shadows and just put them in like any magnetic palette that I could find. I am super excited that I finally decided to use those palettes today. I was wondering what should I create. As soon as I opened those palettes, this is the color that spoke to me, and I'm really digging this eye color. This is actually one of my favorite colors, so I'm really excited about this. I hope you guys are in a mood to blink out, because this look is completely more like a party style. Like if I were to go to party, I would definitely do that. I've got baba boom happening in my hair. I also got some glitter on, wings are happening, falsies are happening. I seriously have contoured so strongly today, but I love the end result, and I really am so pumped about it. I'm excited about that. So without further ado, let's get right on to the video. Hello everyone, I'm going to go ahead and start with my brows. Today we'll be taking a lot of e.l.f. Cosmetics products to do our brows. This is their brow wax pencil. I'm going to go ahead and run that through my brows to keep the hair in place. Before I start filling in, I'm going to go ahead and quickly brush my brows. And today for filling in, I will be taking e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is their Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream, and the shade I'm using is Espresso. Once done, I always like to go back to the front half of my brows and kind of brush through to make it look as natural as possible. I will now be taking a concealer palette. This one is e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is their Complete Coverage Concealer Palette. The shade I have here is Medium. From that, I take the lightest shade, and I'm going to go ahead and start carving out my brows. I do need to pay some extra time and attention to my brows, as they are kind of outgrown, but do ignore that. I'm going to go and try to hide it as much as possible with this concealer. After blending out the concealer, I will be taking e.l.f. Cosmetics Eyebrow Treat and Tame and using the dark side of it to brush on the brows. To prep my eyes, I will be taking LA Girl Cosmetics Pro Conceal Concealer in Creamy Beige. I'm going to go ahead and straight apply that to my lid and then blend it out with a beauty blender. First off, we're going to go ahead and start highlighting our brow bone, and for that I'm going to go ahead and take this shade called Shimma Shimma from Makeupgeek Cosmetics and apply that with help of a Sigma Beauty brush. I will now be taking this pretty shade right over here that is called Chickadee, which is a very neutral transition shade. I'm going to go ahead and apply that with a fluffy brush into my crease for our first transition shade. To bring a pop of color into my crease, I'm going to go ahead and take this earthy tone color called Morocco. I'm going to go ahead and apply that right on top of that. You still want to make sure your Chickadee is still be able to see through. To bring some much needed depth and contour for my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take this shade called Americano as well as Cherry Cola, mix the two together onto this brush and apply that into the crease. This is what's going to define my crease and give me some more depth and definition. Going back to LA Girl Concealer, I'm going to go ahead and create a cut crease using a Sigma Beauty Concealer brush. I will now be moving on to my main shade of this look today. This is called Dragonfly by Makeupgeek Cosmetics. I'm going to go ahead and apply that using a shading brush. To make this look pop even more, I will be taking a Pop Beauty glitter. This is their green gold glitter, and I am taking Lit Cosmetics glitter glue to apply that. I did apply here with my finger, however when it came to the second eye, I did find that brush was actually giving me more bang for my buck. So definitely opt in for a brush, you guys. I will now be taking a Profusion liquid liner, and I'm going to go ahead and create a wing. For the lashes, I will be taking L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara, my very favorite, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and coat my lashes. To complement my look, I really wanted some dramatic lashes, and I chose IIKON Lashes. The lashes I have here is called Famous. Today I will be taking First Aid Beauty Moisturizer to prep my skin. Moving on to a sample primer. This is by Smashbox Photo Finish. I'm going to go ahead and take that and apply that towards my T-zone, mainly concentrating towards my nose and lip and chin area. For the foundation, I will be taking a W6 is my shade from L'Oreal True Match Foundation, and I will be mixing my iconic London highlighter into it. However, I found out that this highlighter actually made my foundation a little less coverage, so I will probably be not opting for that within my foundation, but I would use it definitely next time as a highlighter, which is what its main purpose is. Since we already have our LA Girl concealer handy, is why I opted in for that to highlight and cover my dark circles. I'm going to go ahead and apply that under my eyes and blend it out with the Beauty Blender. To contour, I'm going to go ahead and take e.l.f. Cosmetics Moisturizing Foundation Stick, and this is where the word coffee comes from, you guys. This is shade Coffee, and I've been calling my Wet n Wild contour stick coffee as well. I'm going to go ahead and cream contour with that and blend it out with e.l.f. contour. Actually, no, this is their just simple angled brush. To set my under eyes, I will be taking Japanese Champagne Collection. This is their Velvet Touch Finishing Powder. Shade I have here is 01. I'm going to go ahead and just set wherever I highlighted. For the contour, I will be taking Smashbox Contour Palette. I'm going to mix the two contour shades together onto a fan brush and contour. Moving on to the lightest shade from this palette, I'm going to go ahead and take that onto this small brush. I will be applying that wherever I highlighted to brighten up. I will now be working onto the lower lash line. For that, I'm going to go and take a shading brush as well as Cocoa Bear shade from Makeupgeek. I think she renamed that shade. I'm not sure what that is called now. I'm going to go ahead and just apply that to my lower lash line and buff out any harsh edges with a blending brush. I will now be taking the Cherry Cola onto a small defined brush. I'm going to go ahead and just apply that towards my lower lashes. Make sure you are as close as possible to your lower lash line. Now I am mixing a shade called Americano and the shade Black from this palette, applying that just to the outer corner right by my lower lash line. This is going to make it more smoky and defined at the same time. To make this look pop, I'm going to go ahead and take this metallic shade called Karma. I'm going to go ahead and apply that with this brush into my inner corner. To pop it even more, I'm going to go ahead and take this lighter shade called Voltage, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of brighten it up into my inner corner. I will now be taking the NYX Cosmetics Wonder Pencil. I'm going to go ahead and apply that into my waterline, which will make my eyes look bigger and bolder. I will now be taking a flat definer shading brush, mixing the shade Black and Cherry Cola onto it, and just going to go ahead and run it along my lash line. And this is just going to make my waterline stand out. For the blush, I really did wanted to go ahead and go with my new tradition, which is to mix two blushes together, and I decided to go with Essence Cosmetics. This is their number 10 Adorable. I went with that first and applied that to the apple of my cheeks. Then I mixed in my Pacifica Desert Rose, which also has a little bit of glitter and sheen to it, so it really gave me that glow I really always seek. To make this makeup look more flawless, I'm going to go and set it with All Nighter by Urban Decay. I will now be taking the Hoola bronzer, which I totally forgot to contour, you guys, especially my nose. I'm going to go ahead and do it after I've set my face, which is totally opposite. I'm going to go ahead and just contour my nose like I normally do. For the highlight and that blinding effect, I will be taking my Ofra Cosmetics. This is their midi palette. I'm going to go and take the shade called Rodeo Drive from this and apply that for the blinding effect today. I did go with my finger first onto my nose and then just blend out any harsh edges with this fan brush. And you guys, I really loved using this today. The next highlighting palette I'll be using today is Hourglass Ambient palette. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the darkest shade in this palette onto this crown brush. I'm going to apply that wherever I normally highlight and then reset my face using coconut water. I just love the way it feels on my skin and smells so good. I'm going to go ahead and take my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara and coat my bottom lashes. For the lip liner, you guys, I will be taking one of my favorite lip liner by NYX Cosmetics. The shade I'm using is Nutmeg. I'm going to go ahead and outline my lips with that. And for liquid lipstick, I will be taking my Pop Beauty lipstick, which is their Permanent Pout Nearly Nude, onto my lips. So you guys, this right here is my complete makeup tutorial for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Definitely give me a thumbs up and leave any comments or suggestions you guys may have. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out so you guys can stay tuned and see my upcoming videos. And other than that, I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.